Board members of HOAs and condominiums, I'd like to ask you, has your board ever received a request to install a wheelchair ramp and you weren't quite sure what to do next? Or perhaps you faced a challenge when a resident moves out and leaves behind modifications nobody wants to pay for? These fair housing situations can be tricky, and if handled incorrectly, they can lead to some pretty expensive legal problems for your community. So let's break this down simply. Fair housing laws basically say communities need to let residents with disabilities make reasonable changes, things like ramps, grab bars, or reserved parking spots. But here's something many boards miss. It's not just about saying yes and moving on. It's about having a smart process that protects everyone. When someone makes a request, keep in mind that boards typically can't demand doctor's notes or question whether a resident really needs accommodations. Even if the disability isn't obvious, you know how it goes. You might see someone walking just fine one day, but that doesn't mean they don't legitimately need accommodations. Trust me, it's much better to focus on processing the request properly than getting into debates about whether it's valid. Now, your approval process should definitely include clear agreements about who's going to handle things down the road. While residents absolutely have the right to modify their living spaces, we can require that changes to common areas be removed when they're no longer needed. My advice: create some standard approval letters that spell out exactly which modifications you're approving, who's responsible for maintaining them, who's going to pay to remove them if and when the resident moves, and when the work needs to be completed. Get these agreements notarized. It's worth the extra step. And make sure they're attached to property records so future owners know what they're getting into. Nobody wants to be that new homeowner who suddenly discovers that they're on the hook for removing a ramp they never installed. The boards I've seen handle this the best actually view these situations as opportunities rather than headaches. When boards create communities that genuinely welcome people of all abilities, they're actually boosting property values and making their communities more desirable. Consider taking a walk around your property and looking for ways to improve accessibility before anyone even asks. Simple things like adding automatic door openers or improving lighting can make your community more attractive to a wider range of potential residents, and these improvements typically benefit everyone, not just the folks with disabilities. Keep detailed records of all these requests and approvals. Good documentation is your best friend if questions come up later, and shows your community is serious about fair housing compliance. At the end of the day, this isn't just about checking boxes for legal compliance. It's about building a community where everyone can feel at home. By creating clear, consistent processes for handling these modification requests, boards can protect both their residents' rights and their community's interests. If you found this perspective valuable, we invite you to connect with us. Facebook viewers, like our page and follow us for regular updates. Feel free to message us directly with your questions or community challenges. Instagram viewers, hit follow and feel free to DM us with your questions or community challenges. YouTube viewers, subscribe to our channel and check out the video description for helpful links. Visit our website to discover our thought leadership content, books, and resources that can transform your community management approach. Whether you're dealing with the challenges we discussed today or other community issues, we're here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.